You ever wonder why following the usual path leaves you a bit unfulfilled? Me too, right? Well, if that's the case, then stick around because we're going to be unraveling the paradoxes of personal growth as well as entrepreneurship. Plus, I'm going to be telling you why you should not be listening to this podcast. Yes, it's time to challenge the norms, my friends, and truly define what success means to you. Yeah. Welcome to the podcast that turns the tables on conventional wisdom.
Hey there, audacious parents. Welcome to the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast, where we're not just about surviving, we're about thriving. If you're tuning in, you're not looking for just another feel-good, pat-on-the-back kind of show. No. You're here because you're ready to disrupt the status quo. You're ready because you're here to challenge your limits and to step out of the comfort zone where we know growth never happens. This is not just your average, let's all be happy with our 9-to-5 lives kind of podcast. We're here to give you actionable strategies. We're here to dive deep into the world of side hustles, digital marketing, and smart income boosting tactics. Why, you may ask? Because we're designed for parents like you, parents juggling family expenses, childcare, and the elusive me time. We're not just about making money, though. We're about designing a life that you dictate, not one that's been prepackaged in a soul-sucking 9-to-5 box. So, if you're ready to break free and design a life that aligns with your dreams, design a life that aligns with your family, you're in the right place. The Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast.
What is up? What is up? What the hell is up, my friends and family? Hello there, my adventurers and future game changers. As you know, I am Tracy Brinkman, your navigator in this vast ocean of life as well as business. You're tuned in to the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast, where we break the mold and we're going to go galloping into the path less traveled. Now, we're doing something a little different here today because I'm going to be putting this episode on both of my podcasts, on the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast, as well as Your Success DNA Podcast, because in this arena we're going to tackle today, they kind of feathered together, because today we're diving into the art of unconventional wisdom. It's about zigging when everyone else is zagging, right? It's about finding your unique stride in both personal development as well as your entrepreneurial journey. Yeah, because here's the thing. Here's what, and I really believe this. In a world where follow the herd seems to be the mantra, to be a dark horse that charts your own course, that I think is where the real magic happens. So when everyone else is out there following the herd, I want you to chart your own course. I want you to stick around as we're going to unravel how stepping off the beaten track can lead you to some pretty extraordinary destinations, both in life and in business. All right? So let's get started. First off, let's get real for just a moment. Can we do that? Going to be honest with you for a minute. You might be thinking, why should I lend my precious ear to you, Tracy? And that's a very good question. It is a valid question, giving all the pundits that are out there and all the choices that you have in podcasts, in videos, wherever you may be consuming this. And let me give you a few, let's call them cheeky reasons why you might want to hit pause or even stop or skip whatever options are available on your device. Number one, my friends, I am not your average guru. Hell, I am not even a guru. So here's the thing. I didn't fall in love with personal development right out of the crib. In fact, I was a pretty late bloomer in the self-improvement garden as well as the entrepreneurship garden. Well, I was a little earlier in the entrepreneurship garden, but we'll chat about that in a little bit. But here's the deal. I wasn't born with a self-help book in my hand. None of us were. Like I said, I'm going to be a little cheeky here. Far from it. My journey into the world of personal development really kicked off much later than most. And, well, certainly much later than many of the gurus that we all hear about. All the names, you know them. John and Zig and Anthony. You know the names. I don't need to tell them to you. And you know what? I think my late entry into the race might be my secret sauce. Imagine this. A world where every misstep, every late start becomes a foundation for your growth. That's where I come from. It wasn't until life threw me not just a curveball, but a fastball and a slider all at the same time. I'm talking about, 5-0 kicking open on my door. Yeah, I was doing some shady things and I deserved it. But luck of the draw, I wasn't there when it happened. Then, a couple of years after that, the loss of an 18-month-old daughter who had fought valiantly from the first day of her birth. That's when I truly began to embrace the power that is personal development. It's like planting a seed in uncharted soil, right? You're unsure. I mean, I was late to the game. I was really unsure. But then, after watering it a bit, growth begins to happen. Unexpected, resilient, and genuine growth. That, my friends, is the beauty of starting when you do. You see, it doesn't matter if you started years, 2 decades ago, 3 decades ago like I did, or if you're starting today. It's your journey, and it's uniquely your journey. So, if you're tuning in and thinking, am I too late to make a change? Let me be the first to tell you, no flipping way are you too late. My late start can be your testament to the fact that it's never too late to transform your life. So, being that unaverage guru means that I've lived a little, I've stumbled, I've bumbled, I've fallen, I've face planted, and I picked myself and dusted myself up. I've found my way through the thickets of life's challenges, and that's exactly what I want to bring to you. The raw, the real, the relatable insights that aren't just theory, but they're lived experiences. All right? That's number one. Number two, no rags to riches spiel here. No, I'm not going to tell you about how I was born a poor child. But don't get me wrong. I am going to share the ups and downs, but you won't hear me spinning these tales of woe just for sympathy points. Here's the thing about my journey. It's not framed by a dramatic rags to riches story, right? Sure, I've had the roller coaster, like I said, of ups and downs, and I've faced challenges, gone rights, gone lefts, and I've celebrated victories. Quite a few of them, if I'm to be honest. But my narrative isn't about seeking sympathy or painting this picture of dramatic transformation, all for dramatic effect. Instead, it's about the steady and often overlooked moments of growth, the moments of learning. You see, for me, it's in these real, relatable experiences where those true gems of wisdom can be found. Not in those grandiose tales. They have their place. Don't get me wrong, and I'm not throwing shade on anyone who has that grandiose tale to share. But it's in those everyday struggles and their successes that we are going to share and learn from here. Think about it. If life's most profound lessons often come from the most ordinary of circumstances, what's my aim? Well, it would be to share the insights that resonate with me, that resonate with you, because they're grounded in reality, not because they're exaggerated for effect to impress you. Go, oh, wow, Tracy did some amazing thing. Who cares? You're worried about your life. How do you get something out of it? How do you get genuine growth? And that's how we get genuine growth, through those experiences grounded in reality. We want genuine growth, not just a storyline. So if you're tired of the same old success stories that seem a world away from your reality, you, my friend, are in the right place.
The Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast.
We're about embracing the authentic. We're about embracing the achievable. We're about embracing the genuine transformative effects of personal and entrepreneurial development on this podcast. Number 3, I'm a part-timer and I'm damn proud of it. Yep, I'm not living, breathing, and sleeping personal development. I've got a job, and I've got a wife, and I've got a family. That's just like many of you, right? You have a significant other. You've got a 9 to 5. You have other time constraints. So yeah, you heard that right. Little known fact. I'm not just here behind the mic every single day doling out advice 24/7. Like many of you, I clock into a day job. I have to navigate meetings. I have to navigate deadlines. And I have to navigate the daily grind. And that's something I wear with a bit of a badge of honor. Why do you ask? Because, my friends, it keeps me grounded. It ensures that the insights that I share aren't just these lofty ideals, but they're really tempered by reality. They're really tempered by every single day life, balancing aspirations and responsibilities with dreams and duties. And here, let me take it one step further. In my world, my wife and I just bought a farm. Yeah, we're stepping out into a whole new dream. And I'm going to take you along on that journey. As the new episodes come out, I'm going to be sharing as this journey, this new chapter in my life evolves. I'm going to be building a farm from scratch. Well, maybe not from scratch because there used to be a farm there 2 years ago, right? And then we're going to open a store, and I'm going to share that with you. I'm going to bring you along on this journey, the transition from 9 to 5 and farmer to hopefully farmer, all the while still maintaining my digital presence and sharing with you and doing the things and selling the things that I sell digitally. See, it's about finding those moments of growth and learning amidst the hustle. It's about personal development that fits right into your lunch break, maybe right into your commute, or down inside those moments of the evening unwind. It's about the real. It's about the relatable. And most importantly, it's about what's really achievable for me and for you. So if you're squeezing this podcast in between meetings, or perhaps while you're running errands, I want you to know you're not alone. I am literally right there with you, not just in your ear, but I'm walking the talk. I'm living the very strategies that I share, and that is what makes this journey for me so special, and I hope it's the same for you. Number 4, I'm a solo showrunner. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, what I mean by that is there is no army or staff or seminar company behind me. It's just me, just my experiences, and just the research that I've done and the lessons I've learned along the way. You see, my friends, in this corner of the internet, it's just me. That's it. No entourage. Like I said, no seminar company backing me up. Just Tracy, the lone dark horse, sharing the trenches of life and the lessons that he has unearthed along the way. Through personal experience, or through deep research experience, or through the experiences of those I've been lucky enough to bring on this show or engage with one-on-one in some other fashion. It is this solo journey that you're going through, and I believe that's where the magic happens. Each insight, each piece of advice is distilled from personal victories, those stumbles, those bumbles, those falls, those face plants that you hear me talk about all the time. Now, either I've gone through them, or I know somebody who's gone through them, or done the research, I've found them, I've talked to them. It's real, it's raw, and it's relatable because it comes from a genuine experience, not some corporate playbook. Here's the thing, this one-man show means that when you hear me, you're getting it unfiltered, unfettered, undiluted. It's the essence of what I have lived as well as what I've learned. I guess you could say it's not just advice, my friends. It's life shared from my corner of the world to your corner. And my corner of the world is moving from this, where you see me right now, right? I want you to look around behind me because it will be changing here in about a month or so. So in about 4 or 5 episodes, everything behind me is going to be changing, right? We're going to be going from this big, beautiful home to another, I think, beautiful home that we're lucky enough to own. All right, now, number 5, and the reasons of why you should not listen to Tracy or this podcast. I'm human too. Yeah, you see it? 2 eyes, nose, a mouth. I have a beard, you might not. Anyway, and sometimes in being human, I don't follow my own advice. Shocking, right? But it's in the getting back up that is where the real magic happens, right? Because, all right, here's the thing, little confession. Can I confess to you right now? All right. I don't always walk the walk. I don't always talk the talk because life happens. But it's in those moments where you find yourself looking back and going, oh shit, I'm telling everybody to do this, but I'm not doing myself. It's in those moments when I stray from my own voice, my own advice, till I find the deepest of lessons. It's about embracing our flaws, our stumbles, our bumbles, our falls, our face plants. But we don't want to see them as failures, do we? No. My longtime listeners, in your head, you can say it right now. It's not failure, that's right, feedback. And for the new listeners, you'll hear that quite often. It's a mantra around here. It's not failure, it's feedback. But you want to see them as stepping stones, right? As that feedback. Being the geek that I am, the more data I get, the more I'm able to see things inside that data, the trends, the analysis that happens. Each misstep that you go through, that I go through, is a chance to learn. It's a chance to grow. And it's a chance to come back stronger. It's like Rocky, right? You got your dukes up, you're ready to go. That, my friends, is the beauty of this journey. So when you hear me share a strategy, or when you hear me share a life lesson, I want you to know it's been forged in the fire of real life trials. It's honest. It's imperfect. And yeah, it's human, just like you and just like me. Look, my friends, doubt is the first steps towards a breakthrough. So let's debunk all the myths that are out there together. Now, you see, it's not about being perfect. And God damn it, it's not about being all-knowing. And I'm sorry if I offended you right there. Every once in a while, something like this just rolls out of my mouth. It's about the journey. It's about the learning. It's about the real, raw experiences that make us who we are. So stick with me and let's explore this wild ride of life and entrepreneurship together. And as we journey through the twists and turns of entrepreneurship and personal development together, let me give you counterbalancing 5 reasons why you should stick with me and listen to this podcast, because it can be a game changer for you. Reason number 1, unconventional wisdom. Yeah, we're going to dive into strategies and insights that break the mold, offering fresh perspectives on personal as well as entrepreneurial challenges. Look, here's the thing. In the realm of personal and entrepreneurial development, unconventional wisdom is going to be our mantra around here. It's about peering beyond the traditional playbook, questioning the usual way of doing things, he says with air quotes, and daring, my friends, to think differently. Why? Well, that's a great question. Because the most groundbreaking ideas are often coming from the least expected places. Yeah. What does that mean? Well, it means we're going to explore strategies that might defy the norm, from leveraging failure as a springboard for success to redefining what work-life balance looks like in our new digital age. It's about turning obstacles into opportunities. It's about using creative problem solving to navigate the complexities of today's modern entrepreneurship. And really, I don't want to overcomplicate that. Creative problem solving is brilliant, and it takes the complexities of modern relationships, entrepreneurship, personal development, and really simplifies them, you could say. And we'll talk about that in future episodes. Heck, we've talked about it in past episodes. Each episode, my friends,
The Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast,
is designed to challenge your perceptions. And don't take it at face value. I want you to hear the words that will come out of my mouth and say, okay, maybe I don't believe that. And that's fine, because it's about encouraging you to experiment with new ideas that could propel you forward into the unexpected, and in doing it in exhilarating ways. I don't want to be boring around here. It's not just about being different for different sake. It's about finding more effective and more fulfilling paths to achieve your goals, whatever they might be. I want you to embrace unconventional wisdom with us, and let's redefine the boundaries of what's possible together. All right. Number two of the reasons why you should listen to this podcast is actionable advice. Every single episode is going to be packed with practical tips that you can apply immediately and see results in your life, in your relationships, or in your business. That much, I'm going to put that much effort into every single podcast, and I believe I have so far. Go back and check me on that. Feel free to send me an email and call me out if you see 1 or 2 episodes that don't do that. Tracy@darkhorseschooling.com. You tell me. I'm willing. Hold me accountable, my friends. Imagine, my friends, though, in the meantime, having a toolkit at your fingers, one that's brimming with practicable, actionable advice tailored for the real world. Not some made-up world where everything is roses and honey. No, that's what I aim to provide you with every single episode. That's my goal. That's my commitment to you. It's not about lofty theories or abstract concepts. It's about concrete steps that you can take as soon as you hear them. Oh, shit, I can go do that. Yeah, take those steps today and start seeing a difference tomorrow. There we go. We're going to delve into strategies that are both innovative and applicable. Sometimes they're innovative and you're like, well, I can't apply that. We're going to strive to give you both, whether they're time management hacks that actually work in a bustling household or marketing tactics that don't require a Fortune 500 budget. Anywhere along that scope is what we're going to try and cover here. It's about making the insights that we share not just inspirational, which I do. I want to inspire you. I want to get you pumped up. All I have right now is my voice and my words. I can't reach out and shake you and smack you around or whap you on the back of the head or pat your back and say, good job. It's not just about the insights. It's not just about the inspiration. I want them to be entirely operational as well. So whether it's a technique to enhance productivity, a method to foster better work-life balance, or perhaps even a creative approach to problem solving, I want you to walk away from every single episode with at least one clear idea of what's next. That, my friends, is my promise and my commitment to you. Okay, number 3, community of mavericks. Yeah, I want you to join a like-minded group of individuals that are all about challenging the status quo. And at the same time, they're all about supporting each other in their growth. What it boils down to is that in the heart of this podcast lies a vibrant community of mavericks, a gathering of individuals who aren't afraid to challenge the status quo and carve out, to charge forth down the straightaway and carve out their own paths. This is more than just a listener base, my friends. I want it to be a dynamic support network where ideas flourish, where challenges are met with a collective wisdom, and where every single member is committed not to their own personal success, but to the upliftment of the entire group, of the entire tribe. So here, you're not just tuning into a podcast, my friend. You're joining a movement of like-minded souls dedicated to a transformation and innovation. It's a space where your unconventional ideas, as well as mine, are going to be celebrated, where your growth, as well as mine, is going to be everyone's victory, and where every voice contributes to a chorus of change and progress. I'm sorry, I won't sing to you, okay? So get out there, let's engage with this community of mavericks and discover the strengths that we have as one, the power of shared visions, and the unstoppable force of individuals united together by a common goal of relentless growth and boundless exploration. You feel me? I'm getting charged up just thinking about it. Right. Number 4, personal journeys, universal lessons. I want you to hear real stories right from the trenches, offering both inspirational lessons as well as lessons that can resonate with your own path. And the lessons in these stories will come from within the group, as well as some higher powered folks, some folks that are way out in front of us where we want to be later on. But here's the thing. Every personal story carries within it a universal wisdom. Every story carries with it lessons that, though born from individual experiences, hold profound relevance for all of us. So in this podcast, we're going to peel back the layers of all these narratives. We're going to reveal these core lessons so that they can resonate across different walks of life, all walks of life. You see, for me, it's about connecting the dots between personal journeys and universal truths. Yeah, and everything those connections will unveil. It's about the fact that by sharing these stories, we not only find some inspiration in the resilience and in the creativity of others, but we can also glean practical insights that can be applied on our own paths. We can look back on our lives or look forward in our lives and think, well, shit, I can do that. And that's amazing, right? Yeah. In them, there'll also be a reminder that in the tapestry that is human experience, we are more connected than we might think. And there is a wealth of information to be found in the triumphs and the trials of our fellow dark horse travelers, right? Of our fellow success travelers on the road to growth, as well as on the road to entrepreneurial success. Number 5, continuous evolution. Yes, this is the 5th reason why you should be listening to this podcast. And if you're this deep into it, I'm guessing you've already resonated somewhat. Here's the thing. As the landscape of digital entrepreneurship evolves and personal development, so do the topics and the insights that we are going to be sharing. The idea here is that I want to keep you at least on the curve, if not a little bit ahead of it. Yeah. In a world where change has become the only constant, continuous evolution is not just a concept. It's my commitment to you. As the digital entrepreneurship landscape shifts and morphs and molds and tips and turns, so does our content. Yeah. You feel me? So does my content, ensuring that I will always be at the cutting edge. As far forward on the cutting edge as I possibly can. I'm out there doing the research, digging around, trying to find things, bring the latest trends, bring the latest tools and tactics. It's about staying agile and informed, right? You got to be able to bob and weave like a good, receiver in the NFL. I'm not a sports guy, so I'm reaching for that one. It's about staying one step ahead in the game, ready to adapt and ready to thrive in the face of new challenges and opportunities.
The Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast.
So many times you're going to hear an entrepreneur out there going, oh my God, Google's going to do this or Google's going to do that. Yes, I get it. It's a moment of worry, but pause and think, what opportunity does Google doing this or Google doing that give you? Yeah, okay. True growth, my friends, lies beyond your comfort zone. You're going to hear me say this many, many times on this podcast. Our return listeners already know this. I don't need you to jump 3 feet out of your comfort zone. I just need you to put your little pinky toe out there a little bit and then bring it back in and then do it again and then bring it back in. Here's what's going to happen. As you step out of your comfort zone, even little pinky toe amounts, your comfort zone is going to start to grow because true life lies beyond your current comfort zone, my friends. We're going to discover how unconventional paths lead to unparalleled success. Together, we're not going to just be adapting. No, we're going to be redefining the future of ourselves as well as our digital entrepreneurship and its journey. This podcast that you're listening to right now isn't just about keeping pace. It's not just about keeping up with the Joneses. I want it to be about setting the pace, about pioneering new paths and exploring uncharted territories in the vast expanse that is digital entrepreneurship, as well as personal development. So together, you, me, we're going to navigate the new. We're going to embrace the uncertain, and we are literally going to transform our futures. Yeah? Yeah? Okay. So I've given you 5 reasons why maybe you shouldn't. 5 reasons why maybe you should. So as we start to wrap up today's adventure, I want to leave you with a little nugget of whiskered wisdom. Right? Obviously, given the fact of my long white beard, this is what I've decided to call this tip that you can carry with you as you navigate the uncharted territories of your personal as well as your entrepreneurial quests. And today's whiskered wisdom, or our top tip, is how you want to call it, is to embrace the power of your unique journey. You see, in the vast expanse of advice, in the vast expanse of strategies and paths laid out before you, you need to remember that the best compass that you have is your own intuition. It's that inner voice inside you that whispers truths. This kind of leans in and says, here's what's going on. I want you to pay attention to this. And here's the thing. It whispers truths that only you can understand because it's guiding you through your fog of uncertainty towards your destination, that destination that resonates with your deepest aspirations. So the voice that's whispering it to you in your ear right now is probably one I've never heard because I'm not going on your journey. I'm on my journey, so I have my own voice whispering in my ear. In the quest for personal and entrepreneurial growth, the best damn compass in the world is your own intuition. Let this wisdom guide you, not just a thought, but as a practice. Tune in to your inner voice and let it steer you through the decisions that you have to make, whether they be big or small. Because at the end of the day, the path that leads to unparalleled success is the one that you're going to carve out for yourself. It's the one that's guided by the light of your own intuition, be it head and heart. All right? So carry this wisdom with you and let it be a little bit of a light that kind of guides you through the shadows of doubt and uncertainty. Until next time, I want you to keep charting your own course. And remember, the journey is as unique as the destination. And the journey and the destination are as unique as you are. All right? Phew. I got a little jacked up there in the middle there. Right? Could you feel that energy? I hope so. Oh my God. But as we close this chapter, I want to take a moment to reflect on the journey that we just kind of went through together the past 30 or so minutes. We've ventured through the realms of challenging conventional norms. uncovered the transformative power of unconventional wisdom, of whiskered wisdom, right? We've equipped ourselves with actionable advice, not just theories, actionable advice, but practical strategies that you can implement in your life and in your business starting right now, as soon as you're done listening to this podcast. Together, we've stood shoulder to shoulder, and we're going to stand together shoulder to shoulder as a community of mavericks. We're going to be individuals who dare to dream big, who dare to think differently, and who damn well dare to support one another in the pursuit of their personal, professional, and entrepreneurial growth. We've shared a couple of personal stories, right? I'll tell you about my farming story. It's getting ready to go out, and all the stories that are going to come from that. We shared those personal stories, each a tapestry of triumphs and trials, from which universal lessons tend to emerge, reminding us that our individual journeys, though unique, are literally connected by a shared human experience, right? Your story might be different than mine, but there's so many threads that interweave together. And finally, we've committed to you committed, right? To that continuous evolution. I know I have, and I've committed to sharing it with you, right? We're acknowledging that in the ever-changing landscape of personal development, of digital entrepreneurship, staying adaptable, staying curious, and staying forward-thinking, that's going to be key. Challenging the norms for the standard path, that's not the only route to success, all right? So here's what I want you to do. I want you to let this episode of why you shouldn't be listening to this podcast and why you should be a beacon illuminating the paths less traveled, the paths that lie ahead for myself as well as for you. Remember, the journey to success is as unique as you are, and it's in embracing this uniqueness. You are you. There's no one else like you, right? And it's in embracing this uniqueness, questioning the status quo, and daring to walk your own path. Therein lies the true growth and the unparalleled success that you're looking to find. Oh, yeah? You feel me? Whoa, yeah. No, it's your turn. What do you mean it's my turn, Tracy? Well, it's your turn to step into the dialogue, to share your tales of unconventional wisdom, to share your leaps into the unknown, whether it be social media or drop me an email, tracy@darkhorseschooling.com. I've mentioned it twice now. Let's build this community with your stories and my stories. Go to the website. The link will be down in the show notes, okay? You can even leave your voicemail. Yep, you go to the website, link's down in the show notes, click on that little microphone you're going to see on the screen, and share your stories. Share your ups, your downs, your rights, your lefts. Here's the thing. Your story could result in someone else's victory, and theirs in yours. Yeah. Oh, here's a little teaser for you for something that's coming up on the horizon. The Side Hustler's Blueprint. Yeah, this is going to be an exclusive private 9-episode podcast series that's going to be your roadmap. So whether you're igniting a new entrepreneurial journey, breathing life into an old dream, or giving your side hustle a much needed boost, this little 9-episode private podcast will give you all those little nuggets that you're going to need. I don't have it ready yet, but I just want to tease out for you. So stay tuned and let's embark on that journey together. So be sure you're going to go on there and hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening to me right now so that you can hear about it more in the next episode. That's when I'm going to be dropping the how to get signed up for that private podcast, because it's not going to be public. It's not going to be out there on the airwaves. You're going to have to sign up to get access to it. Oh, by the way, did I mention? No charge. It's free. It's my gift to you. All right. With that, I'm going to leave you as I always do. Think successfully and take action.
Hey, my Dark Horse entrepreneur parents. Thanks for tuning in. If this episode struck a chord, share it with a fellow parent hustler. Let's grow our tribe that thrives, not just survives. For more insights and a community that totally gets it, join our Facebook group at www.darkhorseschooling.com/tribe. Think successfully and take action.